It's time to prepare for that 1 year anniversary. Let's talk about it. What's good, YouTube? NoGoodEman coming to you today with the checklist before the 1 year anniversary. So guys, this might be the most important video, the most important prep, the most important checklist because guys, we've got the 1 year anniversary coming around for Solo Leveling Arise, a very big milestone, very big rewards and very big stakes at hand. So guys, strap in because we got 5 things you guys need to do to prepare for this update properly. But before we talk a single thing, make sure you guys leave a like on the video. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you don't miss a live or an upload. And then the Netmarble website, the Netmarble Partner Creator Plus is currently down right now, but you guys are going to be able to support on May 7th. So that's going to be Wednesday for me personally. And with that, go ahead and then support there. If you are one of my 165 supporters that did extend your support, you guys should have a code in your mailbox for 3 gate keys and 300k gold. But all that aside, let's go ahead and get straight into the checklist. Number 5 is going to be choosing your end game, whether it's wind or water units. So for you guys that are end game players around that level 100 mark, level 90 mark, you're probably gearing up for the new content to come. And I want to say that you guys want to choose your end game element. If you guys are free to play, if you guys are light spender, if you're a whale, you're probably going to invest into any element that you can. So it really doesn't matter for you guys personally. But when I say wind or water, it looks like the relevant metas going forward are going to be wind and water units. So what do I mean when I say all this? As you guys know, we currently got Sovereign in the rate up banner and she's going to leave soon. And then in the next update after, she'll be in the custom banner. But speaking of the custom banner, we're finally going to get Goto Ryuji into the custom banner. So now is the time that you guys might want to be saving up your custom draw tickets if you missed your chance at Goto Ryuji, because as you guys see, he's an absolute nuker unit, and with new sets being added like Chaotic Desire, if you guys get those proper pieces on him at a high advancement, he's going to be doing insane damage and an insane support for your team. Why I also say this is that because even though Chahayan is going to come through, right, and she's the 1 year anniversary unit, she's going to be a water element. So you guys could be investing into Mainland Fisher, Sovereign, and then of course the 1 year anniversary Chahayan, or you could play a longer game because I'm hearing that the hunter after Chahayan, the Leonard guy, he's going to be a wind DPS that has AoE wind based skills. So in that regard, he might be better than Amamiya Mirai. Now, I don't imagine Netmarble will release a unit that's going to be a wind DPS that's going to be weaker than Mirai. So Leonard is likely going to eclipse Mirai in this sense, but of course, I hope that Mirai still has her purpose in specific stages in Workshop of Brilliant Light, so it's not like she's just completely useless. In that sense, though, you guys can start saving up your rate up draw tickets if you don't think you're going to have enough advancements for the new Chahayan, and of course, you can just wait till the update hits regardless. But regardless, guys, wind unit, water units, what's going to be your meta? Go ahead and comment right now as you guys watch this video. Which meta are you guys pushing for more? Now, if you guys are going to push for that wind meta and you want to get that new Leonard, then I suggest your rate up would be Hansi Mei. Go to Ryuji when he's in custom draw, and then maybe 2 other hunters. Now, of course, you can put Amamiya Mirai in there if you like. Again, guys, this is going to be your personal account. And then if you're playing things like Guild Boss, you might want the Stormbringer, which will increase wind damage for your entire team, for your Sun Jinu, and so forth, so on. Now, regardless, Sun Jinu is also going to get a new weapon as well. So a new water weapon. I don't know if it's going to be akin to the Fan of the Fire Demon, the Stormbringer, but if it is, then it's going to be boosting water team members' damage. Now, you might want to invest into that, but if that does come through, then I do suggest that you guys do have a red up banner of the Stormbringer and the water weapon if you guys are going to go for both metas. And if it's going to be element specific, go for that elemental meta. Number 4 is going to be preparing for the new Workshop of Brilliant Light. So guys, the newest Workshop of Brilliant Light is going to come through. We're done with that commander. Go ahead and bring on the Monica transfiguration. The Yogamut is going to come, and along with the Yogamut, we're going to get his remnant power. So that means there's going to be a complete meta shift when it comes to how we're using our remnant power, because we might not be using Baran any longer, and the Yogamut might be an insane remnant power that we might have seen. Again, there's going to be 8 monarchs with remnant power, and each and every monarch will have their specific skill. I will say Baran was a very good remnant power that you guys did want to be using if you had the chance, because he had things like Almighty Break within his kit. He allowed us to have an insane amount of damage increase in the Workshop of Brilliant Light, and we also had things like 7,000 damage, and then of course the buffs that he gives to the team members. Now, I'm expecting Yogamon to be essentially the same. We don't know what else he might bring as the Monica transfiguration. Who knows? He might be able to give us an insane boost for about 5 to 10 seconds. I'm not sure, but regardless, you guys guys need to be increasing your total power because, as you guys know, with each and every workshop, we're going to get increasing total power. Now, if we look at hard mode for Deimos, it's at 1.2 million to 1.3. If we look at the hard mode for Baron and Vulcan is 400,000, 500,000. Baron, we're looking at, I believe, around 700,000 to 800,000. So of course, with Commander, with the Monica Transfiguration, we're not going to get hard mode immediately. We're going to get normal mode to start. And I do predict that normal mode will be maybe around where we see normal mode for the Deimos. I do think it might be a little bit higher. I think that normal, in between normal and hard mode, is where we get the next workshop of Brilliant Light. So you might see around 1 million power for the Yogamans. Now, of course, just take this with a grain of salt. I am not tapped in with any of the, hearsay around the community, any of the leaks, but regardless, the next update, it shouldn't be too crazy for you guys that have an endgame account. You guys will be basically clearing the new workshop. Now, of course, if you just reached endgame, you will be playing it with a little bit of added difficulty. And then depending on the meta you've invested in, you might be playing with that difficulty in mind. And now, of course, the best teams might be the wind and water teams that we just talked about. So you're looking at Mirai, Goto Ryuji, and Hansi Mei, or you're looking at Lauren and Maylene. And then if you guys are going to invest into that water Cha Heian, you're looking at Cha, Soren, and Maylene. And then maybe in an update or two, when Leonard does come and he's the win DPS, you guys would probably be looking at a team of Leonard, Goto Ryuji, and Hansi Mei. And then of course, you might want to start working on those new artifact sets because we haven't seen the use for it now, but usually Netmarble doesn't drop artifacts that's useful immediately. So start building your chaotic wish, start building your chaotic desire, and start building your chaotic infamy. Number 3 is going to be preparing for that level expansion and new job change, along with the new story chapters that's going to come into SLA. So guys, Genu is getting the final upgrades, not the final, but the next upgrades up to level 110. So you guys might have heard it around the community, but you want to start saving up your activity funds. I am a little bit behind on this, and if you guys are behind on this as well, don't feel discouraged. Again, usually this just gives you a nice little boost to get at least to the next level. So a lot of players, if you've been saving up your activity funds for a month, you'll be able to hit level like 106, maybe 107. Again, do remember that the level cap does increase, and the amount of EXP you will need for that next level up will exponentially increase. So if somebody has 7,200 or 720 activity funds, they won't hit like level 110 immediately. Regardless, you still want to be stacking up your activity funds. You do want to use the guild EXP boost, so you are in the best position to get that next level up reward. And then if you're not level 105 maxed out, you don't really have to worry about this, but you do have to go ahead and start gearing up for that new Sun Genu job change. This new Sun Genu job change might give you guys one of the new blessing stones that's going to be added in the game. But regardless, let's go ahead and talk about the requirements that we're looking at. Each and every job change as of late is tied into various things, but it's 3 specific things. It's going to be the story mode, battle for the trials, and total power. So if we look at just the increments on this, it looks like it's increasing like 5 floors, 50k power, and then it's just going to be the latest chapter that releases. So with all that in mind, you probably want to clear the new story chapters that's going to come into Soul Leveling and Rise on a normal mode, and it's going to be super easy because it's going to be normal mode. As you can see, normal mode end game is 600,000 power. I could probably clear that with Sun Genu himself. So go ahead and clear whatever new chapters they release, and that's going to be super easy, super good. And Battle for the Trials floor 50. So you're probably going to have to clear Battle for the Trials floor 50 on Sun Genu mode. Let's go ahead and see what that floor even looks like. Let's see, where is it? So we can see the power. Floor 50 looks like a 700,000 boss, and then of course they could increase it, so it could be floor 55. You never know. So just clear as much Battle for the Trials as you guys can for this new job change, and then I do predict that the final element will be reaching at least 250,000 power or so with Sun Genu. So the best way to get a lot of power is going to have a lot of advancements on your weapons, but of course you probably want to look for 8-piece sets. So just make sure you meet all those 3 requirements, and you should be in a good spot to get the new job change. Number 2 is going to be preparing for the insane 1-year anniversary rewards. So guys, we are expecting a plethora, and I mean a plethora of codes, a plethora of insane free rewards. Keep in mind, this is 365 days of Soul Leveling and Rise being a global game, and the game has seen a lot of success, honestly. So the devs will be rewarding us with a plethora of things. If we go ahead and get this on screen, the first thing to talk about is going to be this check-in event. So we're going to expect things like 1 million gold, some weapon draw tickets, 3,000 essence stones, legendary skill rooms, stones, and even more, guys. And that's not all, because on this next page, we do have a bigger preview. Of course, we're getting Chahayan. We're getting that free Sun Jinwoo new costume, which is going to be insane. Through mission challenges, we're going to get 100 custom draw tickets. We're going to get a weapon selection chest for Sun Jinwoo for hunters, and then we're going to get an SSR selection chest. But the main important thing, a transcendent blessing stone selection chest. Check out our last video if you guys want some advice on how to pick the best one. You might just want to end up saving it, but regardless, guys, if you scroll down, this can help you get a better picture of the insane amount of rewards that's going to come into Solo Leveling Arise. Looking at the timeline through May and June, you can even see the rate up characters, what we have as far as rate up events, so you can kind of plan this out and look at this and see when am I going to lock in with this character, when am I going to get this reward. You can see it all via this various screenshot, and this is just insane, and I mean insane, guys. So many free rewards, free SSRs, hundreds of draw tickets to get even more SSRs. I can't believe the devs are going to be this generous, but hey, it's the 1 year anniversary, so it looks like we're going out with a bang. Of course, we're going to drop so many videos so you guys don't miss out on these rewards, don't miss out on all these codes. So now's the best time, as always, to like and subscribe, turn on post noties, because you guys do not want to miss a single code. I think that the codes might be even more insane. Who knows? We might have some insane codes to look forward to, so definitely be tapped in with the channel. And at number 1, we've got preparing for that new meta shift with 9 new blessing stones. So guys, if we get this on screen really quickly, in the latest dev note, we do know that 9 new blessing stones will be added. And with that in mind, there is no way that 9 additional blessing stones will be added into the game and we don't see a meta shift, right? The last few blessing stones that we did end up getting on the empowerment side, Intuit and Desire, we saw uses with those almost immediately. Things like We Are One that dropped various updates ago, that was insanely good for Guild Boss. So expect new blessing stones that's going to be used for new content to come. I do predict that we are going to get blessing stones that's going to aid us in the new Workshop of Brilliant Light, most likely. That's going to probably aid us on Guild Boss, most likely. And then we probably are going to get some additional survival blessing stone slots. We might end up getting blessing stones that improve our shadows. I'm not sure what even we should expect from blessing stones, but guys, I'm expecting some insane crazy ones, dude. I know if we're getting 9, there is no way that 1 to 2 to 3 of them do not instantly become game changers for us in various different game modes. Now, of course, whether they do drop and they're instant game changers, I will say give it up to an entire update, because whenever something new drops, the value will be seen in the update after that. So just don't make it, too biased opinion to start. There's more that meets the eye on each and every blessing stone. Each and every blessing stone does have its use, and if it doesn't, the devs end up boosting it, giving it a buff or giving it a nerf if it's too strong, right? But regardless, guys, you do not want to miss out on the videos that we're going to drop to give you guys the know-how on the new blessing stones, how to use them, and which is the best ones for your lineups. But with all that in mind, guys, we've got the 1 year anniversary coming through, and it can't be even more insane, guys. I am looking forward to this. I know you are looking forward to this if you made it this far to the video. But with that, go ahead and leave your thoughts, theories, and comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications, and with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Y'all take care. Peace.